Uh-oh, somebody's hitting the road. With the weather getting colder, most of us are probably looking for things to do inside. Now that includes ABC6 reporter and native Texan Chandler Jackson, a fresh face to the frozen land that is winter in Minnesota. Chandler joins us now to take us into such an activity as he transitions from Lone Star to North Star. Chandler.
Well, Robin, down in Texas, the only kind of ice we have to deal with come winter is the kind that shuts down the roads for a couple of days. But here in Minnesota, ice isn't just a part of life. For some, it's a way of life.
In Owatonna, at the Steele County Fairgrounds, I get my first taste of curling. 5 days a week, members from across southeast Minnesota and up to the Twin Cities travel to the dedicated ice of the almost 60-year-old club, which apparently is a big deal.
So dedicated ice is ice that's specifically for curling. We don't do other activities on it. So with that, we can prepare the ice specifically for curling and have it that way all the time.
Kim Swanson has been curling for 14 years. And tonight, just before the rest of the club shows up, she's my teacher. It starts by learning the equipment. There's a few basics.
This is a curling stone. It's a 42-ish pound chunk of granite with a handle on it. That's what you're going to actually push down the ice.
Yeah, okay, wow, that is hefty.
Yep.
And of course the brooms, which serve a different purpose than I expected.
It melts the top of the pebble a little bit, and it reduces the friction between the rock and the ice to keep it moving a little bit further.
Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up.
Then it was time to actually give it a shot. Despite how it might look on TV, for the uninitiated like myself, curling is actually quite difficult. Tiny movements of the hand while throwing, planning out each rock in advance to block your opponent. There's a reason it's known as chess on ice. Eventually, I make way for the experts. About 120 people make up the curling club, with all levels of skill. On this league night, most have been curling for several years.
And then my father-in-law has been curling for numerous years, and he asked me to jump on and sub for 1 year and then come on the next year as a full-time team member.
Others, several decades.
Well, I actually started curling in Rochester. It wasn't serious curling. It was arena ice. It wasn't very good, but we had a blast.
But regardless of their level of experience, for all involved, one of the biggest draws is the camaraderie.
It's really nice to have an outlet to come and just be social and have a great time and have some competition as well.
Chandler, that looked like so much fun. Did you enjoy it? Was it easy?
It was not easy,
It wasn't
actually.
easy, yeah.
I got so winded so quickly. It was honestly surprising. I did not realize how much physicality you actually need to play that sport.
She mentioned something about pebbles and like melting it with the brooms. Talk about the ice. How is that different than maybe for skating?
Yeah, so basically the reason curling is called curling is because if you're throwing the stone properly, it's going to have a little bit of a curving path to it, kind of like you would see professional bowlers spin the bowling ball around. The way that the ice works is they spray a layer of water on top of it, and that water freezes in an uneven pattern called pebbling, kind of like what the surface of an orange looks like.
Okay.
So when they throw the stone, that pebbling helps curl, but it also reduces friction, allowing the stone to travel further in the first place.
So when you see that brushing right in front, it's just to carve out a path for that thing to go a little further.
Pretty much, yeah.
Super cool.